So your tech could be a detriment to your business, right? There are businesses that ask for my advice, and when I go through the evaluation and audit of their business, I find out that all the other dimensions, it's fabulous. Like they are working fine. But for the other 90% of the businesses where they have coded everything from the ground up on a Magento using C++, Python, or whatever flavor that tech people really like, they build it based on that so that every time they try to do a promo, the site breaks, the performance is horrible. It takes forever to launch features on the site so that the marketing is crippled basically because of it. Then you need to figure out, like, you need to swallow the hard pill and say, we need to move off of this thing because the tech stack is actually killing our company,
Yeah.
right? And in some cases, unfortunately, what I see is that the person who's running tech has ulterior motive, meaning that they have a company they invested in or whatever overseas, and because it sounds cheap to have a bunch of engineers working for you at a hugely discounted price, that sounds like a bargain. It's actually not a bargain. It's actually detrimental to the company,
Hmm.
right? I would rather hire an agency, a Shopify agency, to rebuild that entire site, and the budget for that would be cheaper than my expenses related to operating that tech and managing that tech and paying all this payroll and all of these other things. Also touches team in that scenario, your tech team also, right? All of those things, the cost of it would be a fraction of it when you move it to a platform that's you don't have to worry about hosting. Shopify does that, right? You don't have
Yeah.
to worry about all these payment connections and stuff like that. There are connections pre-built, and if you are being affected, that means that thousands of other merchant sites are being affected, and everybody is screaming at Shopify and at Authorize.net, at Stripe, and all of these platforms, right? So there are things that may have made sense, and I built a lot of it back in the 90s. In 2024, it doesn't make sense for you to do that. So if your tech stack, you have to always evaluate once a year or twice a year. You have to evaluate and see, even the decision I made in 2023, is it still relevant from a tech standpoint, or did somebody, a startup, get funded that has a magical solution for me that's going to solve time, cost, operations, whatever,